Hi everyone. Today, a quick rundown of the biggest stories from the world of Formula One. We'll talk about McLaren putting its future car up for auction, Lance Stroll's salary, transfer speculation around Yuki Tsunoda and George Russell, regulation changes aimed at improving the racing, and a few interesting paddock nuggets. Let's get started. McLaren is selling a car from the future. McLaren is putting a 2026 Formula One car up for auction in Abu Dhabi. Delivery, 2028. The buyer will first receive a show car model, and the real car will arrive 2 years later with full technical support from the team for setup and operation. Estimated price, around $10, $12 million. This is the first time a team is privately selling such an early future project. A clear signal. McLaren is confident in its concept and wants to build prestige off the track as well. Lawson is putting his personal 2000 Subaru Forester up for auction. He invested around $25,000 in upgrades, and all proceeds will be donated to support youth mental health. A nice, authentic gesture and a cool initiative from the motorsport world. The auction is taking place in New Zealand, so the car is cool, upgraded, clean, but how do you transport it? Got an idea? Share it in the comments. Want to know how much Lance Stroll earns? Financial documents confirm Lance Stroll receives his salary through a private company called Golden Eagle Racing. 2023, approx. $5.6 million, 2024, over $12 million. Of course, this is far from the Verstappen or Hamilton level. For comparison, Verstappen $70M plus, Hamilton $50M plus, rest of the top $30 million Stroll. Pocket money, as some like to joke, but hey, it's legal, transparent, everything by the book. Coincidentally, in his dad's team. Just like all of us, right? Time for transfer speculation. There are increasing rumors that Yuki Tsunoda could move to IndyCar if Honda wants him there as part of their new involvement, assuming there isn't a seat for him in F1. It's still gossip, but very realistic, and honestly probably better than being a never-driving third driver. Meanwhile, Italian media suggest that George Russell could move to Ferrari in 2027. It's only speculation, but the driver market for 2026-2027 will be very dynamic. Everything depends on how teams manage the new regulations. FIA and ideas to improve racing. Key topic: how to increase overtakes and strategy variation in 2025 before the new regulations arrive. Proposals being considered. Mandatory 2 pit stops, maximum 45% race distance on one tire. Set mandatory use of all compounds or the opposite. Complete strategy freedom, but still a minimum of 2 pit stops. Pirelli is cautious, suggesting we should first see how the 2026 cars behave before imposing overly restrictive formats. And now, look at the Mexican GP. If everyone had been forced to make 2 stops, would we have seen the same excitement? Would Max have cut through the field and finished second? Or maybe we should consider preventing cars from blocking the whole track when one pulls off in the slowest corner. Still, something needs to change. This season, the most excitement came in qualifying and into turn 1. Then often, not much. And the stats back it up. 14 of the first 20 races were won by the pole sitter. The trend is clear. Qualifying is currently more important than the race itself. The season still ends with big excitement, with 3 drivers fighting for the title, but it's obvious that F1 is looking for ways to make Sundays exciting and unpredictable again. That's all for today. If you want to stay up to date with what's happening in the paddock, subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know which of these topics you'd like to see explored in more depth in the next video. And definitely tell me in the comments, if you had $12 million, would you buy McLaren's car? And do you think the FIA should change something to improve the show? See you in the Sao Paulo GP. Thanks and take care.